Helen Yee here in San Diego for Bellator 300. Always great to be joined by the one and only Coach Javier Mendez. Always great to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be here with you guys. We're all one big family, right?
Yeah, and speaking of being one big family, Usman Nurmagomedov, he was at the press conference yesterday. He is fighting Brent Primus in that main event on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that fight. Brett really proved himself, and he's really hungry. I mean, he couldn't have never done what he did to get to the semifinals with his first opponent that he beat. His first opponent was super, super tough, and Brent did a great job dispatching him, and he's earned that right to be in the semifinals. So we have a tough fight. We just have to be careful how we approach it.
And I know Usman, he is currently 17-0, looking to become 18-0, stay undefeated. What expectations do you have for him going into Saturday?
I just expect him to do what he does best, stay nice and relaxed, and control every aspect of the fight, which he has been doing. And every single time I've cornered him and trained with him, he's done exactly that. He controlled the whole. Wherever the fight's going to go, he controls it. So he's totally dominant in every area, because he's so good. He's good everywhere. There isn't an area where Usman has a weakness. He is really, really well-rounded.
And speaking of Bellator 300, I mean, you've been in the fight game for quite some time now. What do you make of this? I mean, Bellator 300 shows.
I was kind of shocked when I heard Bellator 300. I go, they've been around that long? I was like, what the hell? So, yeah, no, it's a hell of a milestone for them. Congrats to them. It shows longevity. It shows, a good structure in the company. And hopefully it'll continue.
And I know Usman yesterday spoke to the Schmo and told him that in a few weeks he'll be in Abu Dhabi for Islam's fight for that rematch against Charles Oliveira. So how's Islam looking?
From what I hear from everybody, he's looking fantastic. Obviously, because he's having to fight in Abu Dhabi and Usman was fighting here, I had to be here. So, Islam would be stupid for him to come to here and train here and then go. No, so it's better that he stayed at home in Dagestan, where they have great training there at Abdul Manap's gym. So they had everything they needed, and I just come in at the last 2 weeks or so, like I did with Australia, and I come in and put my input with the team. We are a big team, and we do what we can. But from what I hear, Islam's looking fantastic.
And when do you fly out there?
We fly out right after the fight.
Oh, dang, you stay busy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things where you're going, oh, geez, that 17-hour flight, total flight time is kind of sucks.
I mean, you could watch a couple movies, though.
Yeah, a couple. I think you can watch a whole series of movies.
Favorite movie of yours?
Yeah, favorite. Lords of the Ring has always been my favorite. Yeah.
Well, you watch a few of those, and because those movies are long, and then you're there.
Yeah, and then you're there, yeah.
But speaking of rematch, obviously a lot of fans are looking forward to it. But a lot's been going on because recently Colby Covington said in an interview with James Lynch that if he does beat Leon Edwards, he would like to fight Islam. And Islam, I believe, recently told ESPN that he'd be interested in that champ status. I know we've spoke before on the Schmo Zone podcast, and you mentioned to the Schmo and I that Islam would want that champ status in the future. But Ali recently just told Schmo yesterday that there could be a possibility that Islam fights Justin Gaethje next. What do you make of all this, and who would you like to see ideally next for Islam?
Well, I'm totally opposite of everybody because, obviously I do want Islam to go after what he wants, the champ status, but I also know that there's still one fight that I think we'd all like to see again, after hopefully he gets successful with the Oliveira's fight. But you got Gaethje and you got the, Australian Alex, he's there, and Colby just came into the picture. So in a perfect world, what I would like is what Islam wants, because he'd want the champ status. So Colby would be the one I would pick, only because of that reason. But if you're asking me the one I really want back, I want to go with Alex, because I know Islam is going to do much better on the rematch, and we won the first one, but I wanted to be crystal clear. So I want that one for that reason, because I want to be crystal clear. I don't want to know this, know that. It's like, hey, this is it. Let's go, you know. Yeah. But that's my personal one. That's not Islam's. That's mine. But I think the Islam, if he had a choice, he would take Colby. I would too. If you're a fighter, you go champ status. Forget everybody else, because everybody's gonna want you. When you're a fighter, everybody wants you. So the champ, everybody wants. So I would want the bigger picture too. Champ status sounds pretty good to me.
Oh yeah, definitely. But speaking of Colby, though, do you think that he gets past Leon?
Right. Yeah, we had that talk yesterday with Ali, as a matter of fact, and I was thinking that he doesn't, you know. But then I thought, well, I don't know. It's a tough fight. I'm thinking Leon might have the edge, but let's see what happens, right? What we think is not what actually happens. If I was training Leon and I was seeing him in front of me, I would know, right? But since I don't, I really don't know, you know. I mean, we're just talking, right? So I'm thinking Leon might have the edge.
But what we also do know is, obviously, Islam has that rematch against Charles coming up. So what can the fans expect from this rematch this time around?
Expect a better Charles. A hungrier Charles, very hungry Charles. Look what he did to Benil. That was pretty impressive. That's what got him the title fight, rematch back. And yeah, you can expect a highly motivated Charles. I'm expecting that, you know. And I think Islam's such a smart fighter. He's expecting that also. But Islam's better too. So, you know, they're both better. I think if Islam follows with the game plan, what he can do, what he should do, you know, he should be victorious. How? I don't know. I always like going 5 rounds. I don't like going early, but I still want to go 5 rounds.
Well, that's definitely going to be a great rematch. But another fun fight on that card, UFC 294, in the middleweight division, Paulo Costa and Khamzat Chimaev. What do you make of that one?
I got to go with Khamzat. He's my guy. I like that guy. He's a killer. I think Khamzat. If he follows the plan of what I think he can make it a rough fight, because Paulo Costa, he's a tough guy, you know. But I think Khamzat.
And what do you make of Sean Strickland beating Izzy? Because Izzy's someone that you and I have spoken a lot in the past about.
I was blown away. Sean Strickland I did my podcast, right? And I guess I was so blown away that I forgot Izzy was leg kicking Sean a lot. It just was ineffective. But I was thinking, hey, he didn't even throw any leg kicks. And I'm like, someone said, hey, you stupid coach. Yes, he did. And I'm like, oh, God.
Someone called you stupid, coach?
They go, we're gonna unsubscribe. And I'm like going, oh, God. And I didn't pick it up. I mean, that's how much of a shock it was for me, how great Sean did. He did incredible. And, you know, he's a breath of fresh air. I mean, he does some weird off-the-wall stuff. He says whatever the hell he wants. He's entertaining. He's entertaining. I'm very happy for him because, you know, he just proved that anybody can become a champion if the desire is good. And then he also proved that he's a lot better than we thought.
Well, who do you think he should defend his title against first?
I think that basically they got it right, giving Izzy the rematch.
Would you see it going the same way?
I don't know. If Izzy can't figure out that puzzle of Sean coming forward and not letting him set, you know, if he can't figure it out, yeah, it can go the same way if he can't figure that one out. He wasn't having a good time trying to figure that one out. He kept running the whole 5 rounds. He wouldn't, and when he stood still a little bit, he got dropped. So I don't know. Can he? He's got the ability, and hey, I never thought that Sean would be able to outstrike him ever, because I was thinking 2 limbs to 8. Because Sean's basically more of a boxer than anything. He's not much of a kicker. But you know what? The kicking he did do was very effective. Extremely effective. So I thought for sure Sean wasn't going to do as well as he did. And, hey, he surprised everybody. You know, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, from my point of view, that was the biggest complete domination upset. I'm talking complete. I'm not talking about like when GSP got knocked out, you know, with the one shot.
By Matt Serra.
This was a complete domination, you know. So there's no question who got dominated here, So this was the first time I've ever witnessed that. So he gets the biggest upset of the century for me on that middleweight division in the UFC because of what he did. No one's ever done it like that. No one. So that was pretty impressive.
And lastly, we are here in San Diego. I know you stay busy, but today is a bit of a day off for you. So how are you going to enjoy this weather?
A friend of mine is going to come. He's going to take me to have Hawaiian coffee. I guess it's pretty good, So he's going to come after you guys are done with me, and then we're going to go have some coffee. He's going to show me some of the hot spots around here.
Oh, nice.
It'll be kind of cool.
Yeah.
San Diego's beautiful.
It is beautiful. But for the fans who love you and can't wait to see more from you, what would you like to let them know?
Just thanks. Thanks for tuning in to the Helen Yee show. It's the best show to have and to be seen in.